Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for September 2020. This month, I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings. And to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, be sure to check that out, because some months your psychic predictions and messages may be coming to you from there if you're born on the cusp. And happy birthday again to all the Virgos out there. I hope you have a great birthday year, a great solar return. Many blessings to all of you. So, all that being said, now on to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update. And I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. Aries, the first card you have that showed up today is the Death card. So this is something ending so something new can begin. It is a card of transformation. It's like something you need to let go of that's been weighing you down or bothering you. Perhaps for some of you, it's some kind of responsibility or duties, job duties, responsibilities of some other sort. I feel like in some ways you don't want to let it go. I feel like this is something that's not easy for you to let go of. You may feel like, why did this befall on me the way it's happening? Like you may feel like, what do I have? Am I having an unlucky break? Or, what karma did I do in another incarnation, that why this stuff is happening to me right now? Those are the energies many of you Aries, sun, moon, or rising are going to feel in mid-September, and maybe even continuing on into the beginning of October. It's going to be very important for you, Aries, to keep a very good record of things, journaling things, record of things, especially involving any kind of contracts, negotiations, documents, papers that you need to sign, but also maybe even keeping a record of like who you're dealing with, what time you had a phone call, when you severed this situation, like keeping a record of things, or even journaling your own thoughts and feelings about it will be important. Some of you have an accumulation of things that you need to sell off, get rid of, or sell off. Now, for some of you, it could also be an accumulation of bottled up energy, like negative energies or, frustrations, anger, bottled up inside of you that you need to expel and get rid of, which would be very good to do through swimming, jogging, walking, gym workouts, massage, facials, reflexology, anything like that. But so you either have a buildup of accumulation of internal things you need to expel and get rid of in this mid-month of September or into the beginning of October, or it's stuff you need to get rid of, clutter, declutter, get rid of. So the card you have that came up with it is Ace of Rods. So that's rather interesting because this is new beginnings. So here you have something ending so something new can begin. And then you have the card of new beginnings with it. And this could be new beginnings of all kinds. New home, new love relationship, new job, receiving an inheritance, birth of a child. It can be many types of new beginnings. Some of you are gearing up or getting ready to start your own business. If you don't start it in this fall, now fall for me, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, is end of September, October, November, and part of December. If you live in the Southern Hemisphere, I'm assuming it's the exact opposite, but it would be the fall for wherever you live. Now, this fall here in the United States, Mars is retrograde throughout this whole fall. So not really a good time to start a business. So it could be next fall of 2021, or you could just be getting the steps in order to start your own business now in this fall of 2020. something you do or say or your work is going to get highlighted in some way. Somebody could write a newspaper article about you. You could get Employee of the Month. You could be have an interview. Somebody could interview on the computer, on a web show. It could be, you could be highlighted in some other fashion. But some of you, your work or something that you know how to do is going to be recognized and or highlighted in this time frame, end of mid-September going into October. Some of you are going to release something to the public at that time that would be gaining lots of acceptance and approval. So it could be a new product or service that you offer. It could be something you've written in the written word. It could be a video you create. I don't know. The possibilities are endless of what you could put out there. And you're going to get some feedback. You're going to get positive comments, compliments, feedback, things that are going to kind of like boost your spirits, you know, uplift your ego, boost your spirits, make you feel like, okay, this is worth it, or I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path for some of you. Some of you may even entertain starting a new job, even though Mars retrograde is really throwing a wrench into it. And there's other planetary things going on too, not just that. But I do pick it up. Some of you may start a new job. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a water sign person. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Taurus, if you have a rising or moon sign that is a water sign. This is somebody that feels like they may be wanting to tell you what to do or be in charge. They may want to be a little dictatorial. They could be asking you for money. If they're not asking you for money directly, they could be trying to cash in a pension or trying to get money or a stipend, a grant, a loan, government assistance. If they're not asking you for it, they could be asking, you know, powers that be for it. They're giving you a lot of things to think about. They're talking about a lot of possibly ingenious ideas or plans that they want to institute in the future and get some things going in the works. So for some of you, this could be a spouse to you. For some of you, this could be a boss or even like an agent or somebody that would, I don't know, I'm going to say a boss, a mentor, or a spouse is really what comes up the most strongly. Could even be a parent. They've got plans. They're thinking about how they want to move forward in life. And some of them are really thinking about like that they want to move, that they want to sell off certain things or sell off their property, or that they want to make big moves. Then maybe they want to sell a business. But I get like, there's something about their life, kind of similar in some ways, a tiny bit to Aries. There's something that they want to complete, or that they're ready to leave, and they're going off and they want to go off with all these plans for the future. I don't feel they're really starting the plans. I feel that they're sharing their ideas with you. Like, this is what, and it could involve you, like it could be you and the King of Cups together are going to go off and do these things together, or they're just going to do them. But I get like a map, a plan. They do want to, they're doing some temperature taking with you. They want to feel you out and get your feedback and see how you feel about it. So the card that comes up with it is the Emperor. And this is a paternal figure. To me, different card readers are going to pick this up differently, but to me, this is usually a paternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like yours, but they're actually coming from the Emperor. This could be the same person. This Emperor could be this King of Cups person. So it could also be a strong person in the living, like a husband, a spouse, a boss, a mentor. But the Emperor is here a brother, an uncle. I feel like you have to work through some system and get everything organized in an alignment, and that you're going to have to do things by, step A, then I got to fill out these papers or do this or that, and then do step B, and then I got to go on to the next step and do the next, organization of like file this and answer that for step C. So I feel like there's like protocols to what's going on. Some of you, this could be a different person than the King of Cups, but a lot of you, I feel the King of Cups and the Emperor are the same person. This Emperor is not happy. They're feeling challenged mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. They may be not feeling the best. They may not be feeling well, or maybe they weren't feeling well. And now they're healing, but this is causing them to want to make changes, either in how they work or where they live. They may want to move to a different climate. They may want to move to a different region or area or a different town. But there's this energy of like, they haven't been feeling that well. Or maybe they feel better now, but they want to map out like the best course and plan of action for them to follow. That's big on their agenda. And the reason they're coming up in your reading, it could be you if you have the water sign, rising sign, or moon sign. But it could be someone that you're really deeply intertwined with, that whatever decision they're going to make could deeply impact you somehow. They're kind of like working on some things in secret. And I don't feel like they're telling you, either you're finding out the whole story now, or they still aren't telling you everything yet. Because I do feel like some of these plans that the King of Cups / Emperor has been working on, they may not have told you all of it. It's like he's seeking peace and resolution. That's what I feel. And to me, since I feel that the King of Cups and the Emperor are together, I would really feel that this is somebody who's male in your life. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the Page of Rods, and this is a fire sign person. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be you if you have a rising sign or moon sign that is a fire sign. This could also be a child. Pages can often be children, or they can be immature adults or adults that are young at heart. It can also be a messenger bringing in a message to you about, rods would symbolize business or communication or growth. You may not feel completely stable about your environment. You may feel like you want to have more peace or more time to yourself in some way. You may see a conflict of interest in your family kicking up. You may find in your family there's a lot of sniping or carping going on with each other about, like, bickering or not in agreement about some things happening in a family situation. This is also a messenger to tell you with your business or work, you need to review things more carefully or go over them with a fine-tooth comb, because there's some mistakes that have been made or will be made soon if you don't like double check facts, figures, and work that you've done. This could also be somebody that wants you to fix something for them, some error or mistake or something that's broken for them. But conversely, it could also be for some of you Geminis that this is somebody that will come in and help correct any errors or mistakes or fix anything that's broken for you. So you got quite a few different things going on here with this Page of Rods. Some of you may have a family member that wants to quit something they're doing, like quit their job, quit school. Maybe they're in college and they want to quit, or they have a job they want to quit. And if it's you, this could be you. If this Page of Rods, if you have a fire sign that's a rising sign or moon sign. So the card that you have with it that came up in this mid-month is 10 of Rods, and this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And these 10 rods of burden are knowledge and experience you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. So here's your two cards together, Page of Rods, 10 of Rods. So 2 Rods cards. The other sign that got 10 of Rods is Capricorn, also got it. You may have some kind of chance or opportunity that's going to come up soon to sell your wares elsewhere. So like if you have your own website and you sell things on a website, you may start selling them online on different auction sites or, you know, sites where you can sell things. Or it could also be indicating like if you put any resumes out there to try to get new employment. Some of you Geminis may feel like you need more information, more education, more training, or more learning of something new, or something you need more education in to help you in your endeavors, either in a business that you own or a job that you're in or a career that you want to pursue. You may feel that there's some people that are too far away from you, that they're too distant. So you may consider moving closer to some family members. You may, or just to go visit them. Because I feel like you're concerned or you feel like you're too distant, and you may feel like maybe you don't want to live with them, but maybe you want to live closer to them, or like I said, or go visit. You may hurt your spine or have recently hurt your spine or hurt something in your back or in your physical body that you feel that you need to have some kind of physical therapy or some kind of rehabilitation for. It could involve your back, or maybe you want to go to a chiropractor or see an orthopedic doctor or a surgeon or a spine doctor. But it feels like you need some kind of adjustments or maybe x-rays or examinations of your back in some way. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Keep in mind that the psychic tarot readings at the beginning of the month are much longer. This is just the brief update. So I hope those messages are of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the King of Swords, and this is an air sign person. This would be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This is somebody that can tolerate a lot of stuff. And I actually feel like they're pretty well educated, or they've got a lot of high intelligence. This could be somebody that's coming in here that wants you to start something new. So it could be a professor, a mentor, a boss. It could be a potential new love relationship person. This could be somebody that feels like they need you in their life and they're willing to sacrifice things for you. So for some of you, this could be somebody you could have a romantic relationship with, or a romantic tryst with. I feel like the King of Swords is kind of like trying to decipher codes, understand new terminologies of things. They may be questioning you like, Cancer, what do you want to do with your life? Or do you want to, like, if it's a boss, I feel like they're questioning you about like, what are your goals at this company or business? What is it that you want to achieve? What do you want to do with your life? They may be in question of like, how far do you want to go? How much responsibility do you want to have? How much knowledge and information do you have for this or that position? For some of you, this is a potential love partner coming in saying, what do you want to do with your life? Did you want to stay single? Would you like to be married? Or if you're in an unhappy relationship, it may be somebody that's trying to strike up an affair with you. That's possible here too. You may find them a little confusing in September and even in October, because you may feel like you're getting mixed signals from them, from this King of Swords. Now, with the King of Swords, you have the Three of Cups, which is parties, gatherings, celebrations, a celebratory conclusion to something going on in your life. It could be 3 sisters, 3 females, 3 friends. It could be help from friends. It could be you throwing a party. It could be you attending a party. So you have the King of Swords with the 3 of Cups for mid-September 2020. You may find yourself getting more involved and sucked into family situations or family matters now. You may find that you're at cross purposes with people in your family where you're expressing yourself differently and have certain beliefs and feelings about things than they do. You may feel like you want to get to the root of the problems, or what's the source of the problems. You may even feel like your life is in a little bit of suspended animation in September and maybe even in October, and like things are not moving fast enough the way you would like them to. You may feel like things are a little stuck for you. You may, if you work at another business or company, you may approach them and say, you know what, I'd like an increase in my salary, or when is it that I'm due for a raise, or I would like a promotion or a raise. You may also find yourself around people, could be at work or it could be at home, that are putting on a good front and trying to act like everything's all wonderful and, you know, everything's all great and flowery, but really that's kind of like, that's kind of deceptive, or it's not the true reality. People may be trying to make things look like they're happier, shinier, and better than what they actually are. This could cause you to feel, Cancer, like you want to root that out and confront it. If you may want, like, I want the truth of the situation to come out. I don't want all this let's pretend stuff going on in the family. Some of you may collectively in your family come to an agreement about how a child gets reared and raised or grown up, or how they go to school. You may come to an agreement on it. Or it could have to do with an elderly relative to you. And you and other people in your family may have to come to some kind of an agreement on how their care, their treatment, or if it's a child, how their education or their upbringing is going to go. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is a new beginning with a love relationship you're already in. Or it could indicate a new love is coming to you. This could also be love from others, like universal love. Your public, if you're a public figure, your public people you work with, just showing you love. Some of you that are single and dating somebody seriously want some relationship to move forward and go toward marriage or the next step, which maybe is living together. Or if you're living together, the next step may be to get married. Or the next step, if you're already living together and married, is to have a child. But like in some relationship, it's like wanting it to go to the next step. Some of you Leos are going to have somebody that you are like, whoa, blown away by, and they're going to come into your life and they're going to kind of sweep you off your feet. So be prepared for that. For some of you Leos, at the very least, romance and love is going to be at the top of the chart or in your mind strongly now. Some of you are actually saying prayers or asking for God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to bring you somebody, the right partner for you. Some of you Leos are looking for that and asking, praying for that. Some of you, you have renewed hope in a love relationship that had broken up, comes back now, and you have a chance to do it over again. To try again. Because I get like renewed hope in a love. It could even be renewed hope in a love relationship you're already in. But for some of you, there is a love relationship coming back from the past. And there's renewed hope because you're going to give it another go. But you're going to be very specific if you're single and you want to meet somebody new. It has to be somebody that's going to let you be free to pursue your goals, your ambitions, your dreams, or free to be who you truly are is going to be very important for you Leos about any new love partner coming in or old ones coming back. The next card you have that came up with it is Judgment. So this is, what do we think about a situation? How do we feel about it? What's the word? What's the proclamation? How are things going to go down and how does everybody feel about it? So it could be about this love relationship. There could be judgment here about love for you. I feel that Leo's, not everything, but I get there's so many things in your life, Leo, that you're going to be thinking about and feeling like all these things need to change. Like you're going to want to see some kind of change going on. You may be very uptight or against how certain people have been handling things in your family. You may even sit down and have conversations with them and say, you know what, I don't feel like you're of your right mind, or you're not looking at things from the right perspective. If you're having any financial trouble, there could be some family members that will rally around you and maybe help you get out of any debt that you find yourself in, or you could be the one helping a family member that's in debt. That's a prediction that could go either direction. You may care so much about certain family members to you, but I feel that you're looking at some of them like they're impossible right now, or they're being very stubborn or very controlling. And some of you are going to be mad or like put off and say, if you can't respect what my beliefs are or what I'm doing or what I'm doing with my life, you need to get on board or go or, shove off. Like, I feel like you may be annoyed with people not being accepting of your choices, of your decisions, of your career path or life path that you're on. Some of you may receive, like I pick up new money coming around Leos. So some of you, this could be coming from an inheritance. It could be a gift of cash. It could be a raise. Maybe you're just getting paid more for your products and services if you own your own business, or you get some deal that's struck that pays you money, because I get new money coming to you somehow. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Always watch the beginning of every month for the longer readings where I pull 5 cards. This is just the quick update here for the mid-month. So now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Justice card. So this could be dealing with legal documents, court papers, legal documents, the court system, divorces, lawsuits, settlements, lawyers, and it could also be not legal. It could be something that was unfair and unjust to you in the past is now becoming fair and just in this mid-month of September. Some of you have some property value, some properties that you own, and I hear property values increasing. Some of you may have something that is a structure that is either needs to be moved from one location to another on your property, or it's falling apart, or something about it needs to be rebuilt. I'm hearing the words needs to be rebuilt. Some of you are finalizing some kind of paperwork or documentation in September. This could be buying a property, leasing something, a car or a property, or some other type of, legal documents. But I get finalizing and signing documents comes up here. If you have a lot of scrap metal or machinery or technology, you may sell some of that off to get money for some other projects or things that you want to do, or you just maybe need to clear some stuff out. But I feel like some of it is you can actually sell, but it's coming up to me like kind of like scrap. Some of you are going to be researching, some of you Virgos will be researching the value of things that you have. Could be jewelry, cars, homes, boats, land, cameras, computers, other kinds of technology. I feel like you go, or like if you have antiques or you inherited some things, you may do some research and start looking up, what's the value of this? What's the value of that? Someone may end up having to pay you a debt, repay a debt, or pay you some kind of settlement. I feel it's coming to you, but it could also be that you have to pay it. I'm not sure, because look at your next card. You got 5 of Pentacles here. So this is financial bankruptcy, feeling emotionally bankrupt. It could also be you need to pay attention to your money. Maybe you're not looking at it closely enough. It could also be feeling depressed. You could be feeling depressed by yourself, or it could be you and a partner, or you and someone you're connected to feeling depressed. So here are the 2 cards together, Justice and 5 of Pentacles for your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for September. I feel like money in some way is going to feel like stressful or challenging to you in September. I feel like you're being forced to look at or review some kind of accounts, bank accounts, retirement funds, or documents that are connected to do with money. And I don't feel you really want to look at it, or to do with things of value. I feel you may find out, this may have already come up, you may already know this. But some of you may find it out this month, where you're going to find out that somebody took advantage of you financially. They manipulated you and took money from you, or literally just stole money from you. Some of you may be well aware of that this happened already, but it could come up with these things that are coming up through the Justice card and 5 of Pentacles this month. And there's been some kind of things that got blown back, and it's like almost having to catch up and make up for monies that were lost. So if any of you lost any money in a real estate transaction or deal, or the stock market or the bond market or Bitcoin, or in some financial investment of some sort or property deal, you may have lost some money already in the past, not right now, and that now you're having to play catch up to try to make up for those financial losses. I feel that December is going to be a better month for you, or more of a turnaround month for you in regard to that. All that I just said to go in your favor and turn around for you. You may have even found that you had to prop up or help other people through, even emotionally or money-wise, and this could be part of the cause of the depletion you may be feeling. So always watch the beginning of every month to get a much bigger picture, and watch your rising sign. I highly recommend watching your rising sign and your moon sign, even on the mid-month update, to get a more complete picture. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to Libra. And the first card you have, Libra, is 2 of Cups. And 2 of Cups is 2 people that are intertwined with each other. That is fate, destiny, meant to be, preordained. You could be soulmates, twin flames. It could also be somebody you're just really strongly connected to, and maybe had a past life reincarnation relationship with them. Everything is going to be, for some of you Libras, about how you figure out everything together. So if you're seriously coupled or married, or, about what's the best course of action, what's the plans that you need to take or make. If you are seriously dating someone, you could get popped the question. Somebody could pop the question to you of proposal of marriage. You may be going over future plans, trips you want to take, how you want to move forward in a relationship, how you want to spend time together. You may feel like there's an awful lot of things on your bucket list of things that you want to do. You want to get going, maybe because of what's been going on out in the world. You're like, You have ants in your pants. You're like, I got to get out of here. I want to do this. I want to do that. So you have this big bucket list of all these things you want to do. You may also be very concerned at this time of protecting your assets, because some of the things that you want to do may be quite expensive or costly. You may go out of your way to talk to somebody about how you feel about them, or that you would like to be in a relationship with them, or if you're in a relationship, that's what you may be talking to them about. This is how I feel about you. This is what I want us to do together. You and your partner, if you're coupled, may be very in sync now with what, being on the same page and being in sync with what you want to do or how you want things to be. If you're single, someone new could be showing up at this time or soon, romantically speaking. Now, the card you have that showed up with this is the Empress. And who else got the Empress? Capricorn also got the Empress. So this is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. This could also be a maternal figure in the living. It could also be the birth of a child, birth of a project, plan, or an idea, because number 3 is the number of creation. So there could be some kind of creation coming. You could be the Empress, Libra. You could have some family members, a mother figure that could present some kind of opposition to what you want to do. A maternal figure to you could have some very challenging aspects that are going on with them in their life right now. This could be physical challenges, emotionally feeling challenged. If you're a mother, you may feel like a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things going on right now in mid-September are just like falling in your lap, where you feel like a lot of the burden of not just responsibilities, but how other things are rolling or going. You may feel like a lot of burden of responsibility is falling on you. There could be some developments that are going to come up with a maternal figure or with you that are going to kind of slow some things down that you want to have happen. So if you get proposed to, maybe because of things that are happening with an Empress or out in the world, is going to slow down like how soon you can move forward and do some of the things that you want to do. You may also feel very much like, if things don't make me feel good or happy, I'm not going to do it anymore. So for some of you, it could be a career path you're on. It could even be a relationship you're in. But I feel like happiness is going to be really important to you Libras. And you're going to feel like, if I'm not happy, then I need to change the dynamic of my life or what I'm doing, because life is too short, and happiness is of utmost importance to me now. So those are going to be some considerations. So you had a mixture of things happen in there, Libra. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to this sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have, Scorpio, is the Ace of Rods. And the other sign that got Ace of Rods this mid-month was Aries. So both you and Aries got Ace of Rods. And this is new beginnings of some sort. Could be receiving an inheritance. Could be a new love relationship, a new job, a baby being born, a new home. Some of you are going to start styling your hair and changing your hair in a different way. You may even come up with some new creative projects and ideas because you feel like things have gotten too stale, stagnant, or boring. So you may, and it could be in your home, you want to change stuff. You may want to redecorate, or just get like a new comforter and a new, pillow shams, or get new rugs, or get new kitchen cabinets or something. But I get like you're going to want to jazz things up, not just with yourself, but you're going to want new beginnings in your surroundings. You may even feel like you want to get rid of furniture you have and get new furniture, things like that. Or paint different colors, or put up wallpaper. Some of you could have a revival of an old position. You could even be receiving some kind of bonus or a promotion. Some of you, I feel like you're going to be working in a different location. You maybe you're only going to work at home now, or you're a place of business where you owned or where you worked. They may switch you to a different location, a different office, a different area. So that comes up for some of you Scorpios. If you hear that sounds like a motorboat. That's my dog Max snoring in the sofa right here out of the shot of the camera. You may even at your job be asked to step up to the plate in a new position, or take on new work or new involvement where you would be doing troubleshooting. Troubleshooting issues and problems comes up here for some of you Scorpios. So it could indicate that you're going to get a pay increase or money if they're asking you to step in and start troubleshooting things as well. Some of you really are going to be focusing on getting highlights in your hair or new fashion and upgrading yourself. You may want new beginnings in your look for some of you. Now, the card you have next that came up with it is Eight of Pentacles, and this is the card symbolizing the apprentice. So learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business, and gaining financial gain and rewards from whatever new thing you're doing. And you do have Ace of Rods here, which is new beginnings. So very likely you have some kind of new beginnings at work or in a job situation or with your money. Some of you are going to be really delving in deeper to your work. And you're going to have to change and switch things around and reorganize things in a different fashion than what you were previously doing. This maybe is why troubleshooting came up with the Ace of Rods, because to do what I'm bringing up here, that may cause you to like troubleshoot issues. Like, okay, I got to switch and reorganize everything around to do with my work. And I definitely see things on computers getting switched. Titles, pages, different things. You could be changing your website if you own your own business, but this could be things you have to do for your work. You're going to start getting more calls, more responses. Like if you put things out in promotion or advertisement, you're going to get a lot more people coming to your website or to your business. Even if you work for somebody else and you switch all these things around and things are different, you're going to be getting more emails, more phone calls, more communication. This is a little trickier to understand and to explain. I see you putting certain, I don't know whether I want to call it protections or things in place, safeguards and protections, where it's going to be very difficult for people to take credit for your work, steal your ideas, copy what you're doing, or hack what you've done, or nose around. So if you have a business or if you work somewhere where everybody in the company can go into this and that and the other thing, you may find a way to like protect and wall off your work, your area of like where you are. If you work in a business where lots of people are on the same website or using the same systems. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Please watch the beginning of every month when I do the Psychic Tarot readings for the beginning of the month, because those readings are 3 times as long as, at least three or four times as long as the updates here in the middle of the month. So now on to the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. If you're in any kind of argument or fight, this could indicate very well that you would win that argument or fight. There's a lot of upsetment or chatter going on about abuse of power. So this could be coming to you from in a business or work-related sense, but it could also happen in a family sense or any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to where there are different, categories or elements of power. You got to take down, you're going to, or you've got to take down something that's like standing in your way of your progress. You may have to file a claim, a lawsuit. You may have to go to human resources and file a complaint. You may have to fight if there's been any breach of contract at your job, especially to do with benefits, pensions, retirement, disability, unemployment. I feel that if you work at a different business or company, or if it's in a group or wherever, you're going to see that things were mishandled. And it's caused some disruption for you. And you want them to fix it or be held accountable for it. And you may be in a position this month or going into next month that you're going to prove or show how those things were mishandled. Like you may have facts. You may have literal emails that prove it, screenshots of things that prove it, documentations that prove it, other people's testimony and corroboration that prove it. This is also a strong time for you to let people know, like, hey, you're not going to step on me or screw around with me either. Like, you're standing up for yourself and your rights regardless of the situation. Maybe you don't go out to work somewhere. Maybe this is something happening within a family dynamic, but you're going to be laying down the law. The next card you have that came up with it is Three of Pentacles, which is expanding your craft, expanding your skills, expanding your work. This is also focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. You may get a raise or a promotion. Your bosses may increase your workload. You may own your own business and you may expand your business and take on more clients and customers. So here you have these two together. So it's very likely for some of you that this Five of Swords is you're standing up for yourself or your ground in a work-related and or money-related situation. Some people that around you have been driven out of their jobs. And I hear some of you Sagittarians saying, I'm not going to let that happen to me. I've put in all this work, I've put in all this effort, and you're going to pay me what's owed to me. You may work at a company or have a business where there's a lot of people vying in a competitive sense for a particular position that's now become open and available. But in some ways, you're like the leader of the pack. You have this way about you, Sagittarius, that you put your special brand of panache on the things that you create or do. So any business or company that you work for would be hard-pressed and foolish to fire you or mess with you too much or let you go, because you may be the leader of, you may be surprised at that. You may say, what? An Aries isn't the leader here, or a Leo isn't the leader, or a Capricorn isn't the leader. In your situation that you find yourself in, you may be the biggest, especially if you sell. If you sell anything, man, you're aces. Like, people love you. They like your personality. They click with you. You may be surprised. You may not realize even that you're the front runner at a business or company that you work for, that You are head and shoulders above the rest, or the most popular, people request you the most. Maybe you work in a business where people can request, I want this one to do it, I want that one to do it, and you may be the most requested one. So you have to remember, you hold a lot of sway and you hold a lot of power, and don't let the powers that be lead you to believe otherwise. And this is also if any kind of clubs, groups, or organizations you belong in. So I hope this reading was of help to you. And if you're a non-working, and this goes with any sign I read, if you don't work, you're not working right now, or you've retired, you really need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign when work things come up, because then those messages aren't going to make sense for you. And your rising sign could really be telling you a lot about what's going on for you right now. So I hope these messages were of help to you, Sagittarius. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have, Capricorn, is 10 of Rods. And 10 of Rods is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And these are knowledge and experience that you've gained that's actually going to help you as you move on to the new and better horizons. And the other sign that got 10 of Rods was Capricorn. You're thinking outside of the box this month. You're really good at thinking outside of the box and putting things together. You may feel like you need to do some kind of revival to your career. And if you're not working, it could be something else that you feel has gotten kind of dull. Maybe you want to revive your look. Maybe you want to revive your house. But for some of you, or maybe you have stopped working and you want to go back to work and you want to revive your career. I see you going out on job interviews. I see you going out on auditions. Like, if anybody requires you to, yeah, let's see what you're made of, Capricorn. Let's give you a try, but you got to show us what you know how to do. And you have to work there for an hour or two, or, show your stuff. Maybe you're a chef or a pastry chef, and they're like, well, okay, we're not going to hire you till we see you bake or cook this, that, and the other. And you will do it. You will take those auditions, those chances, those displaying what you know how to do. You need to be careful in September and October. Your allergies, if you're prone to allergies, I pick up your allergies are going to be really kicking up this season. Especially if you have the allergy, like my mother would have called it, hay fever. So I don't know if that's like ragweed, if you're allergic to ragweed or certain things, but hay fever, allergies comes up here. You're going to pick and choose your friends more carefully and wisely, because I feel you have a friend or a few friends that have kind of dissed you or besmirched your name, or talked negatively about you behind your back in some way that you've become aware of. You may help somebody connected to you get a new place, get a new apartment, you may even have had family members that were talking some stuff about you. It may not be friends. That could have been family. I do see you helping somebody find a new place to live, like a smaller place, downsizing an apartment. This is somebody you care about, because I do feel like you're going to really put the finishing touches on it, or your creative, like your good design skills or creative touches are going to come into play there. So you may help them paint, decorate. You have the Empress here, so it could be happening with with your mother. So this is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. This could be a maternal figure in the living. It doesn't just have to be a mom, could be an aunt or a stepmother, somebody like a mother figure to you. The other sign that got Capricorn is Libra. Capricorn. The other sign that got Empress is Libra. So Capricorn and Libra got the Empress. If you have a mother that's still living, there are things not going right with her, and certain things are falling apart. Either her health or her job, or something to do with her home, or maybe several areas. She could have some kind of heart failure, problems with her heart. She could have a heart attack. She may have a heart murmur that's discovered. She could have arrhythmia, or mitral valve prolapse, or some kind of heart event could show up. Maybe even a stroke could be possible, but let's put it this way. There's something going on with a maternal figure in your life that's throwing her off kilter. For some of you, it could relate to her heart in some manner. She could also have something going on with her blood. There could be blood sugar levels could be off, or something to do with levels in her blood that seem off. You could be like a mother figure to people where you're going the extra mile for them. Now, it could be your mother figure, but you could be going the extra mile for like your coworkers, your friends, other family members, but I really get you putting yourself out there. Now, keep in mind, the Empress can also mean the birth of a child. It can also mean the birth of a project, plan, or an idea or a business. I do feel that many of you Capricorns, if you're working, do have some wondrous things that are going to be happening in your career, but you may not really see all that greatness happen until you cross into the year of 2021, which probably isn't surprising you based on 2020 has been a ball, hasn't it? It's just been great for everyone. So, and I wish you the best, Capricorn. I truly do. Sorry you got that little outburst of like frustration in that. But so I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is, oh no, the Tower. I'm so sorry. And I'm an Aquarius and I'm like, I don't like the Tower. So the Tower is, it could be a fight, an argument. It could be an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship. It could be an end of a paradigm, so a new paradigm can begin. It could be an end of an old rulership, so a new rulership could begin. It could also be some kind of spiritual awakening, something enlightening happening. This could also be something happening to your property, a flood, an electric, a fire. It could be anything, or, lightning striking your home or property. There's a rebellious streak in you, Aquarius, in the mid-month of September and going into October, where you want to fight. You're going to rebel against maybe the powers that be, or things or situations or people in your area or in your life or even at work. You're going to get very aggravated about people sticking in their 2 cents or putting their 2 cents in your business. You're not going to like it. Anybody that tries to throw shade on you or meddle in your affairs, woe be to them. Because you are going to be, maybe you like to be more diplomatic and go with the flow and not, get into altercations or ruffle people's feathers, or you like to take the, slip by road. And you're not going to do that with this situation. It's easy to do fault finding and see the fault in others. And if anybody comes out and tries to fault find with you, you're going to point out all their faults and their inconsistencies. If somebody tries to shove their nose into your business, you're going to tell them that you don't want them to, you're going to confront them. You're going to say, I'm not sharing that information, or I'm not engaging in a war of words with you, even though you kind of are. You're going to tell them, like, you're going to let them have it. Now, the person that this could involve could be a fire sign person. This is the Knight of Rods, and the Knight of Rods is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could also be you, Aquarius, if you have a rising sign or moon sign. That's a fire sign. This is somebody that could want money from you. They could also be putting you on the spot. They may be trying to get some kind of explanation from you, or manipulate you, or try to get something from you. Your creative ingeniousness may pop up, and you may start figuring out a way to conduct your business elsewhere, or to do things that need to get done in your life in new and different, using different methods, different roads, different manners. You may be dealing with people that could help you advance your work, your message, your career. There could be somebody that's going to come up and say, you didn't handle things in the best manner in which you could have. You could also be the one saying that. That could be coming at you or it could be coming from you. So look, these two could be intertwined. You know, you could be having this Tower moment with this fire sign person. You may have some upsetment where you feel like now because of what's going on, there's uncertainty. You may feel like the sands are shifting and changing in your life. You're not going to tolerate anybody undermining you, undermining your plans, or undermining your authority. There may even be some things that come out in the open at this time that are going to be helpful and supportive to you with this Tower movement, and it could have to do with the Knight of Rods. So that's very interesting. This Knight of Rods person could be doing things that are giving you a cause for concern in mid-September going into October and ruffling your feathers. You may feel like they're going about things in a strange manner, or that they're doing things to, like I said earlier, undermine you or throw shade on you or question you, and may say that you didn't handle things in the best way. So, sorry, Aquarius, I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And the other sign that got the Tower, by the way, is Pisces. And Pisces has been getting the Tower for a while, so I'm on to Pisces next. So you and Pisces both shared the Tower. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Pisces. And the first card you got, Pisces, is the Two of Rods. And the Two of Rods is a partnership in business, a partnership in romance. It could also be something you're doing or creating and putting out there into the world for, you know, people to buy, look at, read, understand, purchase. Some of you, Pisces, are going to really be spending a lot of energy and time thinking about how you can partner up with somebody and do something with someone. For some of you, this is going to be you want a love partnership or a romance. For some of you, this could be partnering up with somebody in a teamwork effort or in a new business, like a business partner or some kind of situation where you want to partner up with someone. You may feel like something in your life, if you're already in a love relationship, you may feel like something in this needs to move forward. If you're not in a love relationship, you may feel like things have gotten too stuck or not enough action going on in your life and need to progress and move forward. And you may really be irritated, like, why is it that everything I want to do, it's like a catch-22 situation? That may be how you Pisces are going to feel in September going into October. You may feel like you have a lot to give and that you feel like either your love, your emotions, your talents, or your skills are kind of being wasted. You may feel like it's, you know, I got a lot to give here. Things are not moving forward. I need to be appreciated. I need to feel in a team situation or in a love partnership or a business partnership. And you definitely are going to feel like everything has had restrictions, too much restrictions. The world may have felt restricted to you, but your own life is going to have felt restricted. You're not the only sign that got that. There's a couple signs that got that as well. It's like you need to demonstrate your talents, your skills, your abilities, and who you are. And you're going to be looking for outlets in which to do that. You may be looking to join new clubs, new groups, new organizations, start new friendships, start new love relationships. These are the things that are going to be on your mind. You got the Tower, sorry, Tower just like Aquarius. And this is Could be a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, an end of a relationship, an end of a paradigm and an old way of doing things, so a new paradigm can begin. Could be the end of a rulership, so a new rulership can begin. It could also be some kind of enlightenment or awakening experience for you, life-changing experience. There could be some actual natural disaster that comes and happens to your home even, or a place where you live. You're going to go onto a scene where you're going to be like, look at me. Look at me. Pay attention to me. Look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm creating. Look how I'm handling it. Look how I work. Look at my creations. Look at what I'm all about. Look at my knowledge. You are going to be, this tower for some of you is like your energy bursting forth of like, you know, not so much, I'm not feeling it coming at you. I feel like this is you doing it. You're kind of like the tower. And you're going to be like, I can't be controlled and put and stifled in a box anymore. I'm going to say what I feel. I'm going to show you what I'm all about. I'm going to explain myself. And I'm, you know, if you don't like my opinions or my beliefs, tough. This is the way it goes. Like you're going to, I feel like you're going to be very expressive, emotive during this time of, like I said, mid-September, going on even into the beginning of October. You may talk to professionals even. And this could be about changing your diet, your exercise regime or program, courses of study that you're in, job placements and job placement or tasks or skills that you're given to do within your job. So you're going to be talking about changes and things you want to see changed or implemented in your life. You're going to relieve yourself, Pisces, of some burdens you've been carrying around. I wouldn't be surprised if you do express yourself. This could be to one person in particular, or it could be out in the public. Maybe you're going to be on, you know, have a channel on the internet and you're going to start saying, this is what I think, or this is what I feel, or this is what I'm expressing myself. This is what I know how to do. And this is my knowledge. You could be doing it out even on the World Wide Web in some way. If anybody tries to create disruption in your life, especially if it's coming from people of power, you are not going to tolerate it and you're not going to have it. You're going to put your foot down. This is some kind of time of, like, I'm going to call it, I don't know if I want to say a spiritual awakening. That's kind of how my guides are letting me see it. It's almost like they're saying it's kind of like a karmic expression of an explosion. So you got a lot of things going on here. Some of this is you just wanting to express yourself, my talents, my skills, my opinions, my beliefs. Some of you, it could be in a conflict with a higher up person, a parent, a boss, a professor, a mentor, a president of a company, a boss, like a supervisor, a manager type person. You're going to like retain your right to do things the way you see fit and the way you want. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Pisces. I really do. I'm an Aquarius. I got the Tower card too. So we'll have to see how it plays out. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much to all of the signs of the zodiac out there for watching my videos, and please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. And you might want to check and see if you're still subscribed, because I had some people say that they were subscribed and they got unsubscribed, and I don't unsubscribe anybody. So I don't know what's going on with that. So you might want to check it out. As I always say, I record many other videos with psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides on very, very specific topics. And I publish those for download and purchase on my Vimeo on-demand pages. So if you would like to get any of the most recent videos I've recorded, or even if you're curious to look at the ones in the past, they are always posted on, those links are posted on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos tab on my menu, read the different video series I have. There's, I don't know, there's well over 1,000, 1,500 videos maybe on Vimeo now. You just read the description of the video series you want, see the time predictions of how long the predictions last for, and click on that sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. But I always post my most recently recorded video series down below in the description box in the Show More section. And the most recent video series I've recorded, the very first one, would be Mars retrograde psychic crystal readings. They are going to last, those predictions, from September 9th, 2020 until January 21st of 2021. That's when it goes out of shadow. The Mars retrograde itself goes from 9/9 to 11/14, but there's still the shadow period, and so those predictions and messages still go up until the shadow period is over on the January 21st of 2021. The next recent video series I recorded was Past, Present, and Future Psychic Tarot Readings using the very interesting and unique Osha Zen Tarot deck. Those predictions go out 1 year in time, and I recorded them in August. So from August of 2020 until August of 2021, those predictions and messages stand. The other most recent video series I've recorded is the June 2020 Eclipse Effects, Psychic Tarot, and Crystal Readings for the 2 eclipses we had in June. Those eclipse effects last for 6 months, so we are still in the time frame of those predictions making sense and standing for. So that is about the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on June 5th, 2020, and the solar eclipse in Cancer on June 21st, 2020. Also, every month I post psychic crystal readings for the month that we're in, where I do an expanded version of my psychic tarot readings at the beginning of the month. I continue on and look into the crystal and give you additional predictions and messages for that month. So my September psychic crystal readings link is also below this video. And if you would like to donate to this channel and help support the work I do here with the readings I do on YouTube, you can donate to this channel at the donation link that is connected to PayPal below. All the different video series I have listed, that donation link is there. And a big shout out and thank you to all of you who have been very generous and donated to my channel. I do greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much for that. If you would like to get more predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on Instagram at @TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel and on Facebook at The Lucky Mermaid LLC and The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, both on Facebook. I post predictions and messages from my spirit guides using a variety of divination tools: the crystal, tarot cards, oracle cards, animal totem cards, sacred geometry cards, angels, different angel cards. So you never know what tool I'm going to use, and you never know what predictions are going to come out. Many people find they resonate with them, so I'd love to see you on my social media pages as well. So I hope you have an absolutely great rest of September, all the signs of the zodiac out there, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.